The internet and social media are now part of our daily life, and they provide us an endless stream of information, news, and entertainment. And while this has brought many benefits to us, it has also created a culture of constant consumption, where we are constantly bombarded with new content on social media. Let's see an example of how our emotions vary with a variety of content within a short time frame. You open social media. You watch a significant sporting event which will lead to a surge in excitement. Then you shift to a news of tragedy which results in an outpouring of sadness and empathy. Next, you see a political debate which might evoke anger or agreement. Then you shift to a cultural and regional content which evokes joy. And then you see a romantic post which gives you a surge of love and affection. This gives us an insight that constant scrolling exposes you to an emotional roller coaster in a very short time. And so, this excessive content consumption leads to mental obesity. Now, what is mental obesity? Mental obesity is a metaphorical term used to describe a condition where a person's mind or cognitive processes are overwhelmed with excessive mental or emotional baggage, such as stress, negative thoughts, or psychological issues. The major effect mental obesity has is an increased cognitive load. Before going further, let's first understand what is cognition and what cognitive load means. Cognition is a complex set of mental processes that your brain uses to interact with and understand the world. It involves various activities like thinking, reasoning, learning, memory, problem solving, creativity, and decision making. Now let's understand what cognitive load is. It refers to the mental effort and strain required by your brain to complete a particular task or process information. It's like the weight or load on your mind as you think, learn, or solve problems. Here's a clearer explanation of it. Imagine your brain is like a backpack, and different tasks and activities are like different size items that you put into the backpack. The more challenging or complex a task is, the heavier it becomes, adding to your cognitive burden. Now, imagine that a physically obese person is given weights and told to climb a mountain. How difficult will it be for him? Similarly, a mentally obese person cannot handle an increased cognitive burden. How can you know if you have an increased cognitive burden? You can do it with these three measures: behavioral, physiological, and psychophysiological. Behavioral measures include a longer response time, increased error rates, and task performance metrics. Physiological measures include eye movement and EEG, whereas psychophysiological measures include heart rate variability, skin conductance, and stress hormone levels. So, the point is that mental obesity affects your cognition. A mentally obese person will have a low attention span, poor decision making ability, poor memory, and an increased reaction time, errors in problem solving, and will be slow in completing a task. Now, let's know what is the impact of mental obesity on our psychology. Excessive content consumption has negative impacts on our mental health. A study published in the Journal of Social Psychology found that increased social media use was associated with increased feelings of anxiety and depression. The top 6 reasons were social comparison, comparison to unrealistic standards, fear of missing out or FOMO, validation and likes, cyberbullying and harassment, and addiction to instant gratification. Another study published in the Journal of Cyberpsychology, Behavior and Social Networking found that excessive social media use was associated with poor sleep quality and increased feelings of sleep deprivation. What steps can be implemented to decrease mental obesity? Delegation of tasks. Don't be afraid to delegate tasks when possible. Sharing responsibilities can lighten your mental load. This is a type of cognitive distraction in which engaging in activity can serve as a temporary distraction from stressors and cognitive challenges. Mindfulness and meditation. Practice mindfulness and meditation to calm your mind and reduce stress. These techniques can help you stay present and manage your thoughts effectively. This brings oneness in your thoughts. Focus, concentration, and attention span are improved with the help of meditation. Reading books. Reading different types of literature and genres exposes individuals to diverse viewpoints and ideas, promoting cognitive flexibility and the ability to consider multiple perspectives. And exercise. Exercise triggers the release of neurotransmitters like dopamine, serotonin, and norepinephrine. These chemicals, in turn, play essential roles in regulating mood and reducing stress. The increase in these neurotransmitters can lead to improved mood and reduce feelings of anxiety and stress. In closing, I would like to say, be mindful of the time that you spend scrolling. Quality over quantity in online consumption. Engage in activities that enrich your life, offline and not online. Social media should be just like enjoying a treat, in moderation. Finding balance is key, and if you follow all of this, your mental health will thank you.